Back in Week 6, we had a great game that came down to the wire. Will we see them split the season series? Find out next on Madden NFL 25.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We got a couple of teams who love to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
And it's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing-style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air. So for these two kind of throwback offenses,
all right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. A good return as he takes it across the 30. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They are led by the man who led Michigan to the national championship in 2023, quarterback J.J. McCarthy.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he played fairly well for the most part. Now, are there some things to clean up? Absolutely. Some of his footwork, both inside and outside the pocket, still has a long way to go. The occasional errant throw or just thinking, hey, I've got a big arm, I'm going to fit this ball in the window. Some of that stuff needs to get cleaned up, but overall, not bad. But what matters the most in wins and losses, and he just wasn't the difference maker his team needed when they needed him the most.
Third down, 3 to go. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. That is caught. He gets the hook up with Rice. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down. From the gun, here's McCarthy. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Going up top and looking for Flowers.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass. Because
under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
So, fourth down, they'll hand it over to A.J. Cole to punt it. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
Give inside, it's Brooks. And it'll be a pickup of 3, so third down, forthcoming. Receiver in motion, headed left. On third down, they'll set up to throw. Thrown left side. The catch is made. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. On fourth down, out comes the punter. And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Right back to Brown. He's got it again. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now a give on the ground. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor. It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Going to try to pick up the 1st down with his own read. And he's down at the 3. What a run.
I think this is something we're going to continue to see today, Mike, as this game goes along. They're going to make the defense make a decision. Do you want to account for the running back, or do you want to account for the quarterback? In this case,
he's got his big tight end.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
The extra point is good. And his guys will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense ready for their 2nd possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Inside the 40. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
Well, that right there, Mike, is your once-a-game reminder of just the importance of short tackling. This run never gets anywhere near where it ends up if that initial hit was stronger and he was able to take him down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. We'll go once more with Brooks. Oh, he coughs up the football. The defense has got it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll bring this to the 40. That's good enough to move those chains. It's a first down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
And not a lot there. Only up to about the 41. Here's second and 9. They'll stick with him again. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. What can they do here on third down and 7? McCarthy from the gun here on third down. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up fourth down. Here's A.J. Cole now. He'll punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start just inside the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense. And their running back set to go once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And he will take this one in. 81 yards. It's a touchdown. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
That ties the game at 7.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And he'll take this up, working towards the first down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the first down. 3rd and a yard. On 3rd and a yard, it's McCarthy. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's the punter now, as he's on here to punt this one away. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of sevens on the scoreboard. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll look to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times
in trouble, and down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down. On comes the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. They'll begin here on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. 2nd and 7. To throw, it's McCarthy. He'll get this out to his running back. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. To throw is McCarthy. This one, a deep shot for Rice.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
Here's 3rd and 7. On play action, here's McCarthy. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Here's their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. A run with Brooks to begin this drive.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. 15 yards, the pickup. Good for a first down. Throwing now on 1st and 10. Quick hitting slant there. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. That's caught. It's Brooks out of the backfield.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. To the left side, it's caught by Brown.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Couple of first downs to start this drive. They're 1st and 10, up at the 42. To throw once more, here's McCarthy. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. A ball deep for the end zone. And that'll be in and out of his hands. It's incomplete.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
3rd and 9. Sending a receiver right. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That one taken in by Douglas. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. He fumbled the football. It is picked up by the defense. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
The home team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials indicating, let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Under pressure, he's going to go down again. They've sacked him for a second consecutive time. Throwing now on 3rd and long. Has completed to Douglas. Oh, a pretty good comeback to say the least. Not enough for a first down, but a really solid pickup. And it brings us to 4th down. No issues there. This one is good. And the visitors will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
The home team's offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
He will get this to the 35, a little short of the first down. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. Punt team out, ready to send this one away. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Xavier Worthy with 3 touchdown receptions. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. This team's offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They lead by a field goal as they... A 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On the ground, it's Brooks. Third down and 9. He'll look to throw. He'll look underneath here for Brooks. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
So now this team's offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. To the left side in the hands of Rice. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. On 3rd and long, here's McCarthy. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll start this on the ground with Brooks. And he'll work his way forward to about the 21. Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. They'll spread the formation here. Let's see what the call is on 3rd and inches. They'll look to throw. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. First and 10 now from the 36. Up the middle they go. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. 2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
To throw is McCarthy. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And this is a big problem going the wrong way. Out of bounds well behind the original line of scrimmage. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's McCarthy. A throw on the move is caught. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Off the bootleg, it's McCarthy. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown. Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Throwing again is McCarthy. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive, but when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up, and they were able to do that here.
This one deep in the landing zone. He'll return it from the 2. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Brooks. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Give it up the middle to Brooks. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
A nice pickup moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play. Here's a 3rd down and 4. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They face 2nd down and 7. Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
You get in these situations, 3rd down, tie game, 4th quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You're going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And he continues to come up with these 3rd down pickups and continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Back to the air one more time. Quick throw here is complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. Along the sideline, a nice catch. The feet in. It's a short gain, but it'll move the chains. A 1st down.
Goes without saying, this is a huge drive. This game is all tied up. 4th quarter, that's a huge 1st down pickup. Now they got to see if they can get some points off this possession.
And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards. The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And He will fight his way to the end zone. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. He gets it to go, and the visitors go up by 7. It is now 17-10.
Our home team, 10.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. And they'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Now a handoff, running right. And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. We're about ready now for the punt. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And a pretty good punt there. A fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. They'll try and run it with Brooks. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Mike, I have to be honest, when offenses come up with run-play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
This kick hangs up, and a fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Now McCarthy to the outside. Catch made by Brown.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
A dive and a catch. Incredible. A gain there of 10 yards. That's enough for a first down. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. McCarthy gonna look to throw again. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. Well, he's brought down. That pass is gonna pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
To the air once more is McCarthy. That is caught. He gets the hook up with Rice. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They go right back to Rice. He's got it again. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7.
At the 20-yard line.
To throw once more, here's McCarthy. Firing right side, brought in by Brown.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
The road gets a little tougher now. It's 1st and 20. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Off-balance throw. It's complete.
Out-breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Now, on 2nd and long. They'll drop to throw. He connects with Gray on that one. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
McCarthy from the gun here on, and that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. And he's going to go out of bounds, but a very nice return up past the 35-yard line.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
This offense and their wide receiver heading back onto the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, they go with Brooks. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Another try with Brooks. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Now a second timeout called by the defense. We'll stop it here with 1:07 on the clock. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. Now this defense will use a 3rd and final timeout. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. Now the punting unit will come up as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth-quarter lead. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Play action now. It's McCarthy. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.